Hello everyone, this is Chandan from the learning field. So this is the video in which you will get the complete book list. Actually, I'll suggest some books for CSIR NET preparation. You all know that CSIR NET preparation is a very important preparation and very hard actually exam as compared to any other exam, because this is an exam of higher actually subject of different subjects, and we are here to talk for the subject mathematics. So CSIR NET mathematical science is a very huge exam and very important exam for those who are going to in future for suppose research field or any assistant professor job like that. But many of you are already prepared for CSIR NET, qualified for CSIR NET, and many of you are preparing. Many of you will prepare in the future for the CSIR NET exam for different reasons for your career, academic career basically. So some books are important for those, but I know that we are here that we are confused, so that which book we read, which book we not read for your preparation, because this is the syllabus for the CSIR NET exam is very huge syllabus, and we have some proper guide for qualifying the exam. So I'll help you a little bit to choose some books. This very busy video is basically dedicated to the books for CSIR NET exam. So actually some days earlier one of my friend asked me to refer some books for CSIR NET exam for some juniors. Actually there is no video on the books basically in my channel, so I think to make this video, because this video will definitely helpful. So you all know that CSIR NET mathematical science is an exam of 200 marks, but there are total 445 marks questions in the paper, but we only can attempt up to 200 marks. Now the question is, and you all know that CSIR NET part A, part B and part C we have to attempt, and in that portion mathematical portion and statistics portion is also included. Now I'll suggest some books regarding to each part actually. So in part A we'll know that this part comes the general aptitude question paper comes in part A. So part A basically general aptitude portion you can use the books by Christy Varghese sir. Christy sir also have a YouTube channel. You also can visit your YouTube channel Christy Varghese sir, and the books by the Christy Varghese sir is very good book for general aptitude. So for part A you definitely choose Christy Varghese sir book. Okay, and another many books for part A you can definitely choose, but from my suggestion Christy Varghese sir's book is very good and very useful for your part A preparation. Now comes to part B. Part B and part C pura basically mathematical science and statistics paper. Now if we comes to unit 1, which covers the real analysis and linear algebra. So I must refer first the book you read in your bachelor's and master's. Definitely you first consider your books that you read in your bachelor's and your master's. Suppose or basically just say first I read in my bachelor's and master's first SK Mappa book for real analysis. So first definitely I consider SK Mappa. Then for a little bit level up I can consider the books by SC Malik and Sabita Arora, and then for a level up we can use the books by Bartle and Shepard. So these three books I can recommend for you for the real analysis. One is SK Mappa, second one is Malik and Arora, and third one is Bartle Shepard. So you may consider any one of these books as compared to your level of knowledge. Now linear algebra. For linear algebra I also suggest first consider your bachelor's or master's book. Suppose for this case I also recommend you just say for my case I read for my bachelor's the SK Mappa book for linear algebra, SK Mappa book for linear algebra also. So you can also consider that book also for your linear algebra preparation, and then for level up, or if you have some basic knowledge of linear algebra, then you can choose the book by Friedberg. So Friedberg is the book of Friedberg for linear algebra. It's very good book. You can definitely consider for your any higher math preparation and your knowledge of for your linear algebra. So this Friedberg book is definitely for one stop destination, you can say, for your linear algebra preparation. Now if we comes to the unit 2 portion, that is the complex analysis and abstract algebra. For complex analysis, first consider your same, definitely the master's book or bachelor books. Now for level up, you can use HS Kasana book for complex analysis. This is very good book. Okay, so or you can definitely use Churchill Brown and one more book, I forgot, so that you definitely consider. First of all, you consider HS Kasana. This is a very good book for complex analysis. Now for abstract algebra, you can use the books by Joseph Gallian. This is also a very renowned and very nice book for abstract algebra preparation. And one more thing, first you consider your basic book that you already read in your bachelor's or master's. For all the subject, first consider your books that you read in your bachelor's or master's. Then comes to the applied portion. For ordinary differential equation and partial differential equation, many of the teacher says just follow any book by MD Raisingania. But MD Raisingania is not a too good book for ODE and PD, because in nowadays the questions made from ODE and PD huge level questions ka level depth or depth, you can say, this is very high. Okay, so for that case, I recommend that you read MD Raisingania book for your initial preparation of that ODE and PD. But for level up, you can use one book engineering mathematics ka book aata hai, that will also consider that portion of ODE and PD. And one book 10 mintu ek book hai that you can also consider for your ODE preparation. And for ODE, one book comes from by the author, याद नहीं आ रहा है तो मैं मेंशन कर दूंगा एडिटिंग के टाइम यहाँ पे, ठीक है. और पीडी का भी मैं बुक का ऑथर का नाम याद नहीं आ रहा है, बुक का पिक्चर याद आ रहा है बट याद नहीं आ रहा है, तो वो भी आई कैन मेंशन इन पिन कमेंट और हियर इन द स्क्रीनशॉट ऐड कर दूंगा मैं, ठीक है. तो ओडी पीडी के लिए जा सकते हो विथ एमडी राइसिंग, बट लेवल अप के लिए थोड़ा बहुत अलग बुक की ज़रूरत है आपका. So next we comes to the books or calculus of variation portion. So for calculus of variation, you can consider one book by A.S. Gupta and R.K. Sharma. One of the book R.K. Sharma you can definitely consider. And for numerical analysis, you can first and final choice is Jain Iyengar Jain. The books by numerical methods named actually numerical methods for scientists and engineers. So definitely you can consider this book. This book is very helpful also for the GATE exam. For GATE exam point of view, this book is very actually nice book. And if you can read this book for numerical analysis, then I think numerical analysis you can master numerical analysis, because I personally read this book by Jain Iyengar and Jain. But the case is in CSIR NET exam, the numerical analysis portion is very less. The marks from numerical analysis is very less, so that the most of the students keep these applied topics, that is numerical analysis or calculus of variation, so that. But if you want to read, then I can definitely definitely recommend that book by Jain Iyengar Jain. And now consider one more parts comes in that part. Applied portion, which is a little bit portion in of LPP and classical mechanics. So for classical mechanics, you read the books by J.C. Upadhyay, and for LPP you read your basic LPP books that you read your graduation or masters. Now these are the books actually. For statistics, you can consider skip that portion, because I am not from statistics background. I cannot actually prefer the books for basically topic by topic or part by part. Now comes to some another books that you can read for your preparation, CSIR NET preparation. These are the actually syllabus oriented books. Okay, so now it comes to some another books published by some coaching institute actually. So for previous year questions paper, you definitely consider the book by Salu Somnath. The book named is Panacea Mathematica. These books, the solutions of previous year's solutions, actually very helpful, and the wrong portion is very less. That is the question solutions of this book is very good actually. And also those who are not too much time in your hand, because if you read that type of syllabus book, then you definitely need 1 year at least. So those who are in your masters and want to prepare for the CSIR NET exam, then you can go for that syllabus oriented books. But those who are completed your masters and want to preparation CSIR NET and you have less time in your hand, then in that case you will consider definitely and if you have some basics knowledge actually in your subjects, then you can definitely consider the books by Dr. A.P. Singh for Info Study Publications, the books from Info Study Publications. Basically there are 4 books actually, 4 or 5 books. So 1 books for linear analysis, 1 books for linear algebra, 1 books for abstract algebra, 1 books for differential equation, ODE and PD covered. So basically 4 books. Each of the books gives some actually the notes like that books actually written by some note, basically note oriented. So for that point of view, if you want to some notes for your CSIR NET like that, then you can definitely consider by the books by Dr. A.P. Singh. And you can also consider the books by the Deeps Academy. That for the Deeps Academy there are also a series of books comes and some topic and questions and previous year questions are given actually, but previous year question is less actually. The books related like note like books. Okay, so you can definitely consider these types of books if you have less time and if you have some basics knowledge in your basics are clear, then you definitely consider these types of books if you have less time in your hand. Okay, so that's all. This is I think the books for CSIR NET preparation. Okay, so if I missed anything, then definitely comment. If you have any doubt, then definitely comment in the comment section below. And if this video is helpful for you, then you can also leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you. Bye. मिलते हैं अगला वीडियो में. टाटा.